Good morning, everyone. Live chat today. We're going to talk different strategies, tax saving strategies that will increase your cash flow and break down those taxes so each one of you can take a break. Today, we're going to talk about Index Universal Life. Before anything else, I'm Christopher Wycoco, business developer here in US, where we do accounting and wealth planning strategy. Okay, so we're checking our audio, make sure it's clear. Today is in Dallas. I'm here in Dallas. We have the Dallas Startup Week, where all business entrepreneurs are gathered around the world and within the US to talk about how to scale up. And that's why I'm wearing the shirt. How to start and scale up the business. Okay, so without further ado, we're going to introduce our guest speaker for today. There you go. Let me just check if my sharing screen is working. Okay. All right. So as we are already part of the mid-year there. So we are almost, oh my God, 2024 is almost done. So that's why the best person to have here, she's a mentor of mine. We're going to talk about the basic of Index Universal Life. She is a certified financial fiduciary, MBA in University of California, LA or Los Angeles, certified member of the court of the table at $1 Million Roundtable and also principal with the Rich Consulting Service. No other than, let's all welcome Miss Kay Carrion. Ayan. Miss Kay, hello.
Hi, Chris. Good morning.
Okay, there you go. Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well. Thank you for having me this morning with you guys.
As always, it's glad to be having you here because we all want to be proactive with our own clients. All this saving strategy index in life. Right? Okay, so for the that has questions, this is only for K. We only have limited 15 minutes. So if you feel free to Chris Wycoco, and we will have a replay. All right, and all the questions you can always book us to our online platform at wycotax.com, as you can see on the website. All right, let's jump into it. Okay, what is an Index Universal Life?
Well, an Index Universal Life, Chris, it's a permanent life policy. So it's something that everybody can definitely look into because it allows you to design it according to achieve your financial goals. So
Mm-hmm.
the best way is to really design it to your best interest. So, as a financial consultant, we understand the client's needs, and based on that, the Index Universal Life plays an important role for different ways, right? And also different usage to your financial diversification of your financial portfolio.
Normally, what information that we get, we usually, I when I attended the training about the different accounting and wealth planning strategy, age, income level, and the next 5 to 15 year goal. Those are the different bases on in able to identify the financial goal. Because there's some a lot of conversation about different investments. Somebody and a 35-year-old guy don't have kids, he's proposing somebody, oh, get the term insurance and then invest your money to different things. Can it fit that qualification to a 55-year-old woman with 5 kids, right?
Yeah, again, to be honest with you, the Index Universal Life really allows you to give you a lot of benefits. For a
Mm-hmm.
55-year-old person, if that person, any life insurance, there's some factors that you have to consider, right? The first is the cost of the insurance will be varying on the age of the person, the health situation
Mm-hmm.
of that person, and the gender. Okay. So, having said that, the 55-year-old is if that person does not own any life insurance, then it is a necessity. because
Mm-hmm.
the benefits of owning an index universal life, right, or
Mm-hmm.
any permanent policy, it gives you a lot of good things. First is it gives you an immediate protection if something
Protection.
happens to you.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Second is it gives you asset protection.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it important to have an asset protection? Because it allows you to make sure that all the money that you earned and save for will be put into a protection vehicle that will allow you to minimize or really allow you to grow the money there in a compounding interest, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
it becomes a tax free, tax exempt income for you when you retire.
Mm-hmm.
So you get the best world and vehicle in order for you also if something happened to you. When you get sick, right? You could accelerate your living benefits, which
Mm-hmm.
is if you become critically ill, if you become chronically ill, you basically will able to have an access on the death benefit, even though you only pay a small amount of premium.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the fifth one that is really the IUL is important is when you do your social security, right? It's a vehicle that allows you for not able to, you know, share what you currently have on the cash accumulation.
Mm-hmm.
So the cash accumulation becomes a tax-free, tax exempt,
Mm-hmm.
and you could borrow money from it without even you returning it.
Mm-hmm. So
So there's just so much good benefits of owning an index universal life.
yeah, so for those of you that's just listening right now, enable for us to identify what type of investment or even protection you need, whether it's whole life, whether it's term, whether it's index universal. Age is a factor, and then also number of family members is another, and then income sources, whether you're a freelance or you're the income making your if you're making 100,000 and more, then those are the factors. Whether you have your own business and W2, because Index Universal Life, a lot of people offer it as personal, but this is also like in a business side, right? For Cayman Insurance, buy sell agreement, right? And then number four, next, the other factor that you need to check when you are offering this product or even the client is what is their next plan. 5 to 10 years down the road, what is their financial goal, right? Is it Is it protection? Is it income accumulation, or both, right? And then K stress out the following benefits, right? So the following benefits: number one, income protection, and this is actually true when you get diagnosed. You don't know what's going to happen when you've been working as nurse practitioner in New Jersey. We have a client, 1 million policy K, and then she's making $350,000 a year as a nurse practitioner. And guess what happened on 2023? She got diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. So that's why when you said about income protection, there's up to 90% of that 1 million, which is 900,000, can be utilized for recovery, right? For treatment without doing GoFundMe. I've seen a lot of people doing GoFundMe, asking their neighbors, who are these people that will give you a 900 million access, right? Even you only have less than a year in the policy. And then you mentioned about asset protection. This is very, very true about the business. If somebody, your key man, for me, my employee is my asset, so it really helps me to protect if that key man is going to leave the company, if there's something that situation or illness, critical illness that happen. Then you said about compounding interest, number three, tax-free on tax-free for retirement income. This is a supplemental income, right, Kay?
It is an income that would really
Mm-hmm.
give you um, complementing supplemental. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the social security. When you say social security, it doesn't matter how much a cash accumulation they can borrow from it. So it's not going to affect their social security benefit, right?
No, nothing. No, nothing
Mm-hmm.
because they don't see the cash accumulation. They only see your death benefit, which is, in the contract itself, if something happened to you, you're able to have an access on that.
Mm-hmm.
So they will not see it as income. That's the
Mm-hmm.
right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and also for other single parent, we also have single parent. Can they use this when they have a less than 5 year old kid? Can they use this for funding the education, or if they bought a house, can they use this to pay to supplement on paying off the mortgage?
Basically, what's the good thing on that one? If you start your child on an early age and putting like $50 or $100 every month, and
Mm-hmm.
then when they reach, right, they could, it's very unrestrictive. So you could use it
Mm-hmm.
anytime. You could, you don't have to compare to the other plan, right? That you can only use for education. This one, you could use it to purchase a car, to purchase a down payment for the condo, or use it for the dorm expense of your child when that child goes to college. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because other, especially Filipinos, we also send money to the Philippines for medical reason. Can that also be used to borrow from that?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's why whether you travel the world, it doesn't matter if it, you can always use it, has less restriction compared than any other product out there. But of course, we're talking about the benefits. Now let's go on the other side of the spectrum. What are the risks associated with index universal life policies?
When you say the risk,
Mm-hmm.
it's something like this policy is the insurance company is the one taking the risk out of you, and that's the reason why you wanted it, because you're being protected, right? So you're transferring the risk, and there is no really, when people ask me what's the risk, there's really no identified risk, because
Mm-hmm.
you're giving the carrier the risk. But the thing is, it needs time. You don't get accumulation of the cash um, next year. It
Yeah.
takes time. You
Mm-hmm.
need to allow the money to grow inside the policy, because you don't lose anything. There is a cap of zero. So
Mm-hmm.
even though the market is negative, right? Since you're indirectly participating, so who assumed the risk? The carrier, not you.
Mm-hmm.
Because whatever you gain from the previous year stays with you.
Yes. Is this about, how about, is it more expensive than a regular permanent insurance or term insurance? I know it's term
Yeah,
is very cheap, but it has expiration. That's the drawback for term.
I know people would say, okay, you know what, term is cheaper. No, it's not cheaper. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It has different use. Okay. When you say about term policy, it has an expiration.
Mm-hmm.
So if something happened, nothing happened to you at that time on that period, because there's 30 years, 10 years, 15 years, then you don't gain anything if nothing happened to you. But there are some term policy has a living benefits, right?
Mm-hmm.
But on the other hand, having owning a permanent policy can assure you there is no expiration. So
Mm-hmm.
even though when you get older, you will have a fixed monthly premium. So it really have different use for you to think about.
Mm-hmm. And also, I think you already tapped one last question is, what if the what market performs poorly? Because I know the money is invested to like S&P 500, and then you mentioned that there's already a cap. If the market performs poorly, the company will assume the risk, right?
Yes.
Making sure that the money is not losing, but they also have the ceiling, correct?
Yes.
Mhm. There, that's why it's very and also, is it safe to say whenever I present this to my client, this is primarily a protection, right? This is a primarily a protection and not like a prime, like you're gonna sold your investment here. So this is what you call the process of diversification, not putting all your eggs in one basket.
Absolutely, Chris. I totally agree with you, because you
Mm-hmm.
don't want, put all of your money in a one basket, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if the market is not performing, right? So what's going to happen? Then it takes time again for you to recoup that. So
Mm-hmm.
while here, if you diversify it on an index strategy, right, it allows you to grow the money in a compounding interest.
Mm-hmm. That's why that's why it's very important that you know the right person to talk to, check their credibility, their company, and because there are some a lot of fly by night agents. I just have to be upfront out there. We've been we've been doing this. We've been doing this for me, accounting and tax planning for the past 13, 14 years. And for you guys to rely with someone that's a part time and they just want to either recruit you, but they're the people that you have to avoid, right? Is my audio breaking? Okay.
Yes, a little bit.
Okay. All right. There you go. We're back. But again, Kay, that's all that we have time for. Kay, she has to go and bounce back. But guys, there are so many information with this. If you want to book a free consultation and financial needs analysis, feel free to book us online and watch this on our YouTube channel. Again, Kay, thank you so much, and I'll see you soon in California. I can't wait for our conference.
Thank you, Chris, for having me here. It's a pleasure. Thank
All
you.
right.
Have a good day.
You too. Have a good day. All right. So before we continue, we just wrap these things up. This is our company. We provide all year, all in one accounting and wealth planning service solution. So that's why the target market that we're serving are the following. If you are, again, this presentation is just a disclaimer that this is not for any legal accounting or investment advice. This is only for educational purpose presentation. And if you want to book your free consultation, please book us online at wycotax.com, and we're willing to give you a personal and business needs advice in terms of your finance. All right. And also, these are meant for small business owners, self-employed, people that are receiving 1099s, have S corporations, LLCs, partnerships with or without employees, e-commerce, non-accountants, and high-income professional more than $90,000 per year. Because part of the ongoing, especially if you're crossing your income or your career to become an entrepreneur, is IRS audits. As of 2022, the IRS is hiring 87,000 new agents to audit small business owners. So that's why you want to avoid the trial and error approach that will cause the IRS red flags, which paralyzes your business. Today, we discuss the different questions. Introduction to Index Universal Life, from how does it work, the main benefits of the IUL, and what are the risks associated with IUL policies. So why co-tax, or why outsource? The 5 benefits of outsourcing your accounting and also your financial planning solution is because we can provide you peace of mind, you save headaches, save time, save money. Then you need to have faster access to grants and loans. Our goal is for you to retire healthy and wealthy. And why co-tax? Because we are worry-free, year-round, competitive, and on-time accounting and wealth planning service solution here in the US. So we discussed today, the first thing that we need to identify when you are onboarding to become our client is the source of your income, whether it's taxable now, tax later, and tax never. So that's why we discuss about life insurance as part of the tax never or tax sheltered product. That's only one. It is not one size fits all. It's very important for you guys to have a pre-consultation, because we need to know your income sources, your age, the dependents that you have, what is your business and family goals on the next 5 to 15 years here in the US. And then what we do, if you have a company, we give you 6 slices of pizza. Slice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are the 6 essential services you need for the business. We identify your entity, we structure or restructure it. The accounting and record keeping are also part of it, which is item 2 and 3, because that will give us a blueprint on whether how much tax you're going to pay at the end of the year. Typically, there are 900,000 for people that are making $100,000 a year. For the next 45 years, you will end up contributing a lot of taxes, close to $900,000 on your entire working career. So that's the reason why we are here. We are proactively creating you a tax savings plan. Then after the expenses, slice 4, 5, these are the different credits and the tax shelter plan you can utilize to offset the possible taxes for the next generations on your business or your personal income. And lastly, we do file your tax for compliance. All right, so we have an one-time offer. This is a 523 discount. If you will do your accounting and tax filing with us, we give you a $523 discount. We accountant and the 3-year audit assistance, if you, in terms that you get audited for 2023 tax return. And then you will have a virtual accountant that can provide you unlimited Q&A through text and email support. All right, so there you go. Guys, we're going to have a repeat of this presentation, but the next one would be more in our office location here in Dallas. So again, if you have not subscribed to our channel, please subscribe, Chris Wycoco. I have a 1,000 plus videos there. Please follow, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel today. Again, here in Wyco Tax, we increase your cash flow and break down your taxes. Enable for each of you can take a break. Again, have a wonderful day and